Okay, great. Well, right now I work at a software consulting firm where we do smart embedded systems as well as software craftsmanship. But currently I'm actually working at a product within our consulting firm and developing a product for the automotive space, which is doing test, simulation, and automation of smart embedded devices to the backbone of the vehicle.
Very interesting.
Yeah.
So tell me, when you're working on this product, who is it really targeted for, and how are you going to message that with your product?
Well, we're starting in the automotive space because we have historically worked with the automotive manufacturers, and so we have a customer base there. But we see this not only being in the automotive space, it really is for anything with multiple smart embedded systems that need to communicate with each other. And so when you're plugging in, for instance, in the automotive sector, if you're plugging in sensor or smart embedded systems from various suppliers to the backbone of the vehicle, when you plug in supplier A's device, it may not work well with the rest of them. And especially if supplier A has an update to their system, it could suddenly break all the communication with all these other systems together. So as the car gets more complicated and there's more and more sensors, more and more embedded systems that need to communicate with their nice together, there is a need for testing these systems on the backbone of the vehicle. So I guess I'm not sure if I answered your question very well, but so our market right now is really in the automotive space, but we plan to do healthcare and other areas as well. Anything with a bus, anything with communications.
What kind of challenges have you seen in terms of adoption to your marketplace? Obviously, I would say that the automotive industry is a little bit more forward than some of the other industries, but have you seen some significant challenges in terms of getting the message out, and how have you overcome it, basically?
Well, we're really at the very early stages. We have a product that works with the most bus.
You're in a different product life cycle, so you're at the beginning of the alpha and the beta product development cycle. Whereas others that we interview, they typically already have a product they're selling it. Tell us about your methodology in terms of how do you incorporate the user base into the actual product development methodology and some of the validation approaches that you're using.
Well, we're lucky in that sense because we're a consulting firm. So we've been doing this kind of work for 20 years, and we've done multiple consulting jobs where there was a need for us to have this tool to accelerate our work with our clients. And so we're able to leverage our consultancy with our clients in order to build a product that's necessary. So we actually already have a product that's being used on the market for Postbus. So yeah, we were lucky in that sense where we have an automatic sort of customer base based on our consultancy business.
Right. So customer base is one thing.
Yeah.
You mentioned from a product requirement, standards, protocols.
Yeah.
There's a lot of trade-offs, right? Because you can't do all things to all people.
Yeah.
Try to make everything available and then have something massive and very long product development life cycle. So how do you reconcile that?
I'm not sure if I'm understanding the question, but that's sort of why I'm here now, is to figure out what is the next best thing.
So typically, when you develop a product roadmap,
Yeah.
there are priorities and trade-offs and timeline and cost and investments.
Yeah.
So just like with anything in terms of product maturity, you have to do it incrementally.
Yep.
So where are you getting the signals and the verification to make sure that you're heading in the right direction?
From the client base.
From the client
Yeah.
base. And is the client base representative of segments that you're going
For right now, they are, yes. But we're also feeling the perimeters to make sure that we're. So our company, as a consulting firm, we do everything in thin slices. So we build a minimum viable product, and then we build on, and we build on, and we build on, and we do what's called continuous integration. We're constantly integrating the product. We do test-driven development, where we build test cycles, and we test before we even build base code. And we're constantly testing, we're constantly adding on thin slices to make sure we go in the right direction. And we get it in the hands of the end user early, and then improve and improve and improve. So right now we're really hyper-focused on the automotive industry and that client base, but we want to definitely feel the perimeter, so we build a system that we have the agility to move in the direction that we find is the largest need. Because the IoT world is moving at lightning speed. So tomorrow it could be healthcare is a bigger deal And so we need to make sure that we build a platform that's able to move and be customized to the needs of the client.
What are two or three things you want to get accomplished when you're here, basically, that you want to try to say, I want to leave the show with this, and that's going to make the trip worthwhile?
Yeah. Well, market analysis. So, what are people doing? What are the OEMs using? Do they see a need for this product? The ones that we are already working with. Also, the suppliers. That's a big one. Like, what do the suppliers need, and where they want to go? So, being able to get the direction of where we want to go next with our thin slices. That's the number one reason. Also, connections, networking, meeting people in the industry. And then, of course, there's some passion base for me. I have a massive passion in the IoT space. Specifically, I'm here speaking on women in tech. And so looking at the approaches to get more diversity into the workplace.
Thank you, Kimberly, for joining us today. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you.